I'm Mike Wishart, CEO of Efabless. And Efabless is the creator platform for semiconductors, otherwise known as chips. At Efabless, we break down the traditional barriers to the entire chip creation process. And in so doing, we enable a decentralized global community of chip experts and non-experts to collaboratively design, share, prototype, and commercialize chips and the IP blocks that comprise them. Put another way, we simplify chip creation and we open it to everyone. We are additive to the current IC market, and we do this by opening the market for software and hardware developers to create their own special purpose silicon for their IoT, machine learning, and other exciting new applications. We also transform education by allowing students from high school to PhDs to make their own chips. And we enable chip startups to get to first silicon. You may or may not have heard of the content creator economy and that of content creators, but you've certainly heard of YouTube, Instagram, and perhaps other such content creator platforms that remove traditional barriers and enable 50 million people to become not only stars, but their own directors and producers. The creator economy has revolutionized entertainment, marketing, and support and created a $100 billion market. Efabless similarly will turn 50 million software developers and hardware developers, as well as academics, chip startups, and even hobbyists into creators of chip designs and the actual physical chips, creating a similar market opportunity. We do it by first breaking down the traditional barriers to chip design, prototyping, and manufacturing, and second, by facilitating the open sharing of designs within a global community. Specifically, we make chip design simple so hardware and software engineers can make their own chips, fast, design in days, not months, and inexpensive, $10,000, not millions. Our pioneering of open source is critical for our value proposition. We developed and proved with silicon the first full open source design flow, removing the upfront cost of design and making such tools available to everyone. We worked with Google and Skywater to have an open source process development kit, what is otherwise called a PDK. It's the layer between a design and the manufacturing processes. This removes another licensing obstacle to beginning a design, and it enables the frictionless sharing of designs among a global community. We drove the adoption of full open source chip designs, which can be shared to speed the time of design and lower its cost. And we've added automation throughout. We turn chip designers into chip creators by providing a simple path from design to prototypes and beyond. Now chips become like software and YouTube video content. As our good friend Tim Ansel of Google says, prototypes are no longer rare and precious. They can be used freely to accelerate the creative process. Create, fail, learn, repeat. Better chips making better software and better products. And very importantly, we embrace, enable, and nurture a large, growing, and self-supporting community who share designs and support one another at Efabless. A community whose creativity, productivity, and effectiveness grows exponentially with its size. A big opportunity for Efabless is the market for special purpose chips, otherwise known as right-size compute. This market is characterized by an exploding number of often niche, but always unique designs that are tailored to very specific end applications. And these chips are typically defined by hardware and software engineers, people in areas like machine learning, IoT, automotive, and many other markets. Why? Because special purpose chips offer 1,000 times or more better performance or lower power consumption when compared to general purpose chips. And they reduce dependencies, addressing supply chain issues such as those experienced over the last several years. Unfortunately, there are several obstacles in the way of meeting demand for special purpose chips. There are not enough chip designers. Chip designs cost too much, and it takes too long. Wow, what to do? If you're Apple, you have the money to create your own semiconductor company. As you can probably already guess, Efabless is the solution for everyone else. We open the design aperture by turning software and hardware developers into the creators of their own chips. And we drive down the cost of design and the time to design so it can meet the budget and fast cycles of the underlying applications. Our value for the education market is also powerful. Computer science students can build apps beginning in high school. Electrical engineering students can only make a chip, if they are lucky, when they get to graduate school. We change that and make integrating fabrication into courses and silicon proof of concepts into research a cost-effective, sustainable reality. And we have offerings to meet the needs from high school to college to PhDs. For chip startups, we lower the cost and resources required to get to proof of concept chips, lowering the startups' upfront capital needs, increasing their returns, and reducing the time to viability. At Efabless, this full cycle from idea to design to manufactured chips and evaluation boards is delivered through two separate programs. The Open MPW program, sponsored by Google, where designers of selected open source designs can have their parts prototyped at no cost to them. And the unprecedentedly affordable Chip Ignite program for proprietary designs and designs that require certainty of delivery. In either case, creators can either use open source tools made available by Efabless or commercial EDA tools provided by our investor, Synopsys, or other commercial vendors like Cadence or Mentor. Creators turn their design into a manufacturable part by placing it inside the Efabless carrier chip called Caravel. They then leverage Efabless business processes and infrastructure to check, diagnose, and fix their designs. When the full design is ready, Efabless aggregates it with other designs and completes the path to packaged parts and boards. The entire process is simple for creators and scalable for Efabless and for our ecosystem partners. Volume manufacturing options are also available. The majority of our users are first-time creators, including students. 1/3 are non-chip expert software and hardware developers. The users also include professionals and academics from some of the savviest and largest technology companies and institutions. Come join these innovators and Efabless and be part of the chip creator revolution. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you very much.